never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes.
Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku was an info broker. Part 4, I believe. I think it's 4. If not, I'll fix it. As I'm gonna change a couple things. Well, one thing at least. One of you guys mentioned I should change his name into Glitch. That actually would be a lot more easier to remember. Sorry. Too much chicken. But anyways. So I'm gonna change his broker name into Glitch. And this is his battle mode, I guess you'd like to call it. Like where he has combined with his Raven to make the gauntlet on his hand. I'm giving him this. He'll look exactly like this, pretty much. And he's able to change into this anytime he wants. So that's pretty much it. So we're gonna do a time skip. So he's I'm trying to think how I remember what his age was, but okay. Sorry guys. he's okay, he's 15 right now. After time skip, so he's 15. As the organization has expanded, he has several members of his group. Mixture between boys and girls. As everyone's in their own console. As Toga comes in. And she's like, Izuku, what are you doing? As he's like, nothing much. Let me put on no disturb so it doesn't, come out. Nothing much. I'm just hacking into UA. As that's what? What do you mean you're hacking into UA? Yeah, I'm hacking into their system now. Quite impressive. They have a decent programmer, but nothing I can get through. As he places his hand on the monitor, as he's like, bingo. As we cut to, Nezu, he's doing paperwork on his little office with his, computer. As the screen becomes, hazy. As there's a symbol of a raven on his screen, on all screens in the room, even on the TV. As his he modified his voice so they can't tell what his voice sounds like, so it's a lot more dark and menacing tone of voice. As Nezu looks at the screen, he's like, Nezu, principal of UA. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. As Nezu is like, he's like, and may I ask who this is? As he's like, of course. You may call me Glitch. As Nezu drinks his tea. Ooh, stuffy nose. But anyways, we'll continue. As Nezu gets straight to the point, I'd rather not tiptoe around this discussion, but what do you want? As he's getting, no, it's late. He's kind of tired. As he's like, huh, you're an interesting one. I came bearing gifts. As he's like, what do you mean? As, you know, a couple of screens, miniature screens show up on the computer. As there's some dirty heroes, you know, capturing civilians for the, you know, trafficking people. And as he's like, what's going on here? Yeah, apparently some of your heroes are not too heroic. I figure, you know, this information would be valuable to you, Nezu. Think of this as a as a good faith present for a good faith and jester. As Nezu's like, what are you after, young, you know? What is your agenda? As, you know, Izuku's like, I have no agenda. Simply, you could think of me as a guardian angel. You'll be hearing from me again, Principal Nezu. It was a pleasure meeting you. As the screen turns back to, you know, normal. As Nezu gets All Might on the phone. As he shows the picture, well, the live feed. As All Might, you know, jumps off and captures the heroes and save all the civilians. I'm not gonna go into detail into that, but we'll continue. As he, you know, de-transform out his armor, his power armor, I guess you like call it. His wings on it, he could summon them back and forth, so, you know, he's not always have to have them on. His speed and power is, like, enhanced, so, you know, he can actually brawl a little bit this time now, so, finally. Now, so, we'll continue. As Toga's like, why would you go with that, why would you help those UA people? As, you know, Deku's like, Midoriya, Izuku, is like, huh, it's simple, Toga. Information. I want to get a good graces with the lead, the top people in UA. I like to keep an eye on them. It's always to have. They're always. Sorry. It's always good to find future allies. Just in case something goes wrong. As Tahuka, you know, doesn't really understand. Think of it this way, Toga. If all this gets shattered, you know, we have a backup plan. As you know, she gets it a little bit. But anyways. Yeah, let's continue. As we're gonna cut to Saiko and Telly, as you know, she's in school. Let me light this real fast. She's walking on the top floor in his in her school, It's a all-girl school because, I know Saiko and Telly and Canon goes to an all-girl hero school or something like that. At least that's what that's what I read on, her bio of the character. As she's walking down the hallway, as there's several loud shots, sounds, as Intelli gets pinned, drags her friends down on the floor, and she's like, stay down. As there's a couple of other students, running as they're, they get hit. As, it's, sniper shots. It's like, shit. As, she directs them out of the, down the stairs. As Telly, leans against the wall. As her friend's like, what should we do? She's like, shut up. Shush. I'll handle it. As she calls her father. And she's like, what do you need? It's rare for you to call me during this time out. As he heard gunshots. What's going on? What's the situation? What I saw, brief moment, it sounds like snipers. They've already killed several of the, I've already seen one of them, I've already seen a couple of the students here die. As he's like, all right, daughter, I'll send my men. As she's like, no. I want, send Glitch. As, he's like, sweetheart, he's not one of our men we could order around. And she's like, I don't care. He's the one I trust the most than the rest of those hacks that you hire. As she demands the cell number. As he's like, fine. As she's like, bye, Daddy. As she hangs up. As that was horrible for me to say. It's something weird. But that's what a rich girl in that situation would say if she was in, well, whatever. Let's stop that. As she dials, the number. As it, is ringing. As he picks up, it's like, who is this? As it's Saiko and Telly. Is this Glitch I'm talking to? As he's like, how did you get my number? As he's like, I have my ways. How did you even tap into this phone line? This is a private one. As she's like, sorry. She's like, child's play. I found a way in, and what's around me to help me. It was quite simple. As she explains, the details. I was just like, what do you need? You're calling me for a reason. As she's like, I need your help. As she's like, I don't do help. If this is a job, then I require some form of payment. As you could give, so what's your situation? As she explains, people are trying to kill me. That's my situation. There's several snipers on. Sorry guys. I've already I already identified couple snipers. it seems like they have a good viewpoint. As you know, fine. Here's the estimate. As she, she's like, that's agreeable. And she's like, there's a couple more gunshots. And she's like, you might want to hurry. It seems like, by the sound of it, they are deciding to break in. As they're breaking down in the school over the front door. This would be her middle school, so it wouldn't be, in a hero school just yet, because, Izuku's like I said, he's only 15. So, there's that. And UA doesn't start. Sorry. UA doesn't start until after high school. So I've said this in several parts, but I always I like to I like to say it out loud to memorize it. Whatever. Let's continue. As Izuku gets up, as Toga's like, where are you going, boss? I got a job to do. As he transformed his power armor form, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Raven equipped, I guess. Well, whatever. We'll just call it Raven equipped, I guess. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. As he leaves the base, as before he leaves, as he's like, Toga, you're in charge of everything technical around here. Dobby, you're to take over the sorry. You said you're going to take over the person to place the units, the agents in the necessary areas that I've already had planned. And he's like, yeah, sure, boss. I'll take care of it. As that happens, as Izuku leaves, the wings, plop out of him, assemble, as he blasts off, as, he's flying. As he gets to, good enough distance towards as he sees a couple snipers on the roof. Not on the roof, but on, a separate building from the school, snapping from there. As Izuku judged down from the air, as slicing that that sniper head off, detach his head from his body. As he lands with this, I guess I'm gonna have him have that scythe because it looked cool and it was in the picture. I don't know where that picture is from. It kind of small pause. It kind of reminds me of Reaper from oh, I keep forgetting Overwatch, but that's what it reminded me of. Maybe it was like one of those fan arts from them, but I don't know. Let's continue. As instantly he hands his hand out, reach towards the other guy as several of the crow feathers, some of the feathers pop out of his hand as they take out the rest of the snipers quietly. Sorry, let me do this real fast. Now, as Izuku walks over to a good distance to get a better look at the school from afar, as his helmet in his suit, it has sensors and all that neat stuff that look cool. As it's basically a stealth battle. I guess it would be like a tactical stealth armor, I guess it would be. Power armor, or I really don't know what to call it, but like I said, I'll figure that down the line. As he gets good view of the building, life signs. As Izuku, flies off. As he, as he flies on top of the roof. As, it's one of those schools that has, a roof balcony. As he just swipes his claws diagonal through the door, as, it slices in half. As he rings up and telly, what's your location? As she, she's in the library. As you're like, sit tight, I'll be there. As he's running through the hallway, going towards, downstairs, as he, sees several of these, the Yakuzas are still, after her. As Izuku grabs one of the Yakuzas and slams him against his head against the wall several times. As he starts shooting out the feathers, the robotic feathers, as it's piercing all the rest of them, as they all fall down on the ground. As he, runs through the building, getting towards, where he needs to rescue her, apparently. As two of the Yakuzas broke through the library. They're bigger dudes. As they draw their weapons. And she's like, nothing personal, kid, but you're on the hit list. Boss doesn't want to capture you anymore. They want to terminate. As they're about to get shot with all her little friends. As suddenly the light flickers. As he blocks every shot with his scythe. As Izuku as Izuku said, get in the cover. This is going to be interesting. As he gets into his stance, as the two Yakuza starts firing at Izuku, as Izuku just moves around it, blocks it when he needs to with his scythe, as he throws the scythe into the dude's torso. I'm not gonna go into detail on that, but as he throws it at the dude's chest, as he rushes over there, grabs the dude by the neck, and breaks it as he drops him, as he pulls his scythe out of the other dude. As he swings the scythe to get all the blood off it. As in the telly, he's like, took you long enough. As he's like, time estimated, got to objective, to designated location was adequate. I preyed on my position in all my operations. So she's like, whatever. I just want to leave. And she's like, very well. I have a couple of vehicles ready once we get down to the bottom floor. Sniper shot shouldn't be an issue now. We just have to worry about the Yakuza that are in here, but there won't be no trouble. As Izuku guiding the Intelli and her friends. Her friends are not important. I don't really remember what the names of her henchmen were in that episode, but whatever. As we continue, as Izuku take down several Yakuzas, As you know, they're starting to retreat. As you know, Izuku gets the car and takes them to the the safe house. Her dad's waiting for her. As she goes and his dad make sure his daughter's all right. And she's like, he's like, thank you, Glitch, for helping me out again. And he's like, no problem. I believe, when do I, sorry, when do you think I'll be receiving my payment for this job? As Intelli's like, yeah, I will. I'll be in touch in 3 days. As Izuku's like, very well. Nice to see you. As as he leaves. As the lights flicker, as he's gone, I'm straight up, Batman, But enough about that. As we get to the base, as he gets out of his armor, I'll just refer it as the armor for now on because it's easier. As he gets back into his seat, as he's like, so did I miss anything, Toga? As she's like, no, nothing, everything's going according to plan. What's the activity at the rogue Yakuza's base? This is the Yakuza I'm talking about that's been targeting Italy. The weaker Yakuza group. And it's like, they've been quite active. Apparently all their men are designated into one area. As he's like, good. Toga, Dobby, I'll need your help on this one. As Toga's like, whatever you could do. Well, I could say, Toga, we're about to stab a whole lot of people. Figured that would make you, cheer you up. As she smiles and hugs him. As she hugs, Izuku. As he's like, what's the plan? Simple, Dobby. After, those idiots all decide to group up in one area. They think it's, idiots. We're going to wipe them out. Because I really don't want that Intelli girl to call again. She irritates me. Yeah, that is the ship, but I'm making, it's going to take a little bit for, for that to happen. But, let's continue. Don't know how fast the relationship's going to, go on this one, but we'll see. As we're going to skip till later that night, as he calls Intelli's father. I forgot what I called him. I really don't remember, but I don't even know what's Intelli's father's name in canon anyway. So I'll just continue. As he's like, Glitch, what do you need? As he's like, you won't have to worry about those Yakuzas anymore. As he's like, what do you mean, Glitch? I'm sorry, sorry. The Yakuza group won't be bothering you ever. I'm neutralizing the threat. I'm just calling to let you know. As, he hangs up. As, he's visibly confused. As we get to Izuku. As Izuku gestures for his ravens. As there's more this time. Over the time skip, he, trained it up a little bit, so he's able to do 6 at a time. But he normally doesn't, pop out all 6, but let's continue. as all 6 of the ravens fly into the building. As sorry, as they cut the power first, then they as all the Yakuza's in a dark room with no power. It's a decent sized building. As the power cuts off, as they're like, what the hell's going on? As you know, several minutes pass as they're wondering what's going on, as you know, the lights turn back on and they see Izuku in his armor as all his men are dead. As he's like, so you're the big bad boss man of this little pathetic group of the Yakuzas before you split off on creative differences. As he's like, who the hell are you? I'm Glitch. Now you're constantly attack on the young girl, you know, on the telly. It's on the Saiko's. I think I don't know what her last name is. If Dentelli is her last name or Saiko is her last name, I'm not totally sure. But your efforts to neutralize Saiko and Telly, it stops here. As he walks forward towards him, as he's like, "Get away from me, man!" As you know, he pulls his gun as he's firing at Izuku. As Izuku's just blocking it with the scythe. As Izuku grabs the dude's head, as he slams him on the desk. As he grabs his arm, as he slams down on his scythe into his arm. Into his hand, as he screams. As he's like, just kill me if you're gonna kill me. As Izuku's like, I'm gonna make an example out of you. As he begins torturing him with the scythe, as he finally, you know, after stabbing him all over, Izuku got creative. As he falls down the ground, as Izuku places his scythe against his neck, as he pulls upwards, as you know, dude's gone. So you know, off with their head. So you know that sort of thing happened. As Izuku, sorry, as Izuku, every electronic device that he saw, phone, computer, he hacked into and copied all data. As he's like, huh, intel's intel. As the Yakuza had several, you know, details on some underground groups. As he's like, huh, they were knocking up the Mentellis first. As he's like, huh, and they have several people on their list, and they're all in the underground. Interesting. Well, that's for another day. As you know, as he gathers all the information, what he needed. As Toga and are coming in, as Toga's all covered in blood, and Dobby, you know, smiling as he's like, "This was fun." Dobby, burn it all to the ground. As he's like, "You sure, boss?" He's like, "Yeah. Eradicate this place." All right. You might want to stay. You might want to vacate the building. As you know, Toga and them are. As Izuku walks out, as Toga's, you know, hopping around. And she's like, Toga's having fun. Oh, sorry. as he's, as took it's like, so why go this far, boss? As he's like, it's simple. To spread fear, of course. This will a info broker that no one's seen targets the total demolishes the the off branch, one of the branches of the Yakuza that split off, eradicated by one person. All they have on me is this glitch. As Dobby gets back, he's like, let's head home. It's time to get some information on this group called the League of Villains. We're going to stop it there. I know, dramatic, whatever. I'm in one of those moods, I guess. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. Alright, bye.